Working from home is definitely not the best model for working in a contract or in a perm role, in my opinion. So why do I say that? Now, in the past, I've done contracts where I've been working from home 5 days a week. And initially, that's fantastic because if you've got kids, you can take them to school and you can do other things, and you just don't have that commute to the office. And it's just easy, isn't it? You can just go to your home office, start work when you want, end when you want, have breaks when you want, and still get your working day done. And I believed when I did that I got more done when I was working from home than when I used to go to an office. And when I look back in the past, I did 5 days a week, for example, in London, and I was commuting, I think it was door to door, about 2 hours per day. I mean, how ridiculous is that? That we used to think that was normal to commute 2 hours to the office to then do a 7-8 hour day and then spend 2 hours commuting back as well, and having all the nightmare of trains and tubes and all that sort of stuff that you get in the UK. So that was definitely not a productive use of my time, and it used to just exhaust me. I was absolutely knackered no matter how busy I was at work. Add on then another 2 hours of commuting and all the pains that entails, and I was absolutely exhausted each day. And then of course you just got to do it again 5 days a week. So for me, I think the optimal strategy for working is to go in the office a couple of days a week. So the current client I'm working for, they actually insist people come into the office 2 days. And I'm actually in agreement with that whilst I don't like the fact that companies insist you work 1 or 2 or 3 days in the office. For me personally, working 2 days in the office, I find is a good balance because it means you've got less commute time. Luckily, I don't have to commute too far for this role, but it also means you get that collaboration and that face-to-face aspect of working, which I think is good for our mental health anyway, isn't it? To sort of meet people, talk to people face to face. You can't do the same thing over a Zoom call or a Teams chat as well. It's just not the same. An example was the other day, I had a problem with something, and a guy that I was dealing with overseas on a Teams call was trying to show me how to fix this issue, and we spent 2 hours going through the issue. And I thought I'd sort of nailed it, but then the problem came back and I just didn't want to bother the guy again. But when I was in the office, face to face, I asked one of the guys in the office, can you just show me this? Because if you show me it once, now I'll write down some notes and I'll never get it wrong again. And within about 15 minutes, he clarified and cleaned up all the problems I'd had. And now I know going forward how to do this thing that I was trying to do. And I don't think I'm going to have any more problems in that area. So definitely having that face-to-face, having a chat with someone and him sitting there and showing me is not the same as screen sharing or having a video call on Zoom or Teams. So I believe the optimal strategy for working from home, I love working from home, but I like to go in the office about 2 days a week. So let me know your thoughts. Do you agree, disagree? Do you prefer working from home all the time? Do you prefer going in the office a few days a week? I'd like to hear what you think, okay? All the best. Cheers, bye.